we're going to use words in context. We're going to see words in context being used in this passage and its corresponding questions. So while we learn about how it looks as we're actually in a testing situation, I want you to know again that we are focusing just on this kind of question. And there are other kinds of questions, of course, many, most specifically command of evidence. Those are the main, but this is a main area from where, like a main bucket from where they get so many of the questions. So we're going to focus in on this work right now. So maybe in another video you might have heard about the SQ3R method and what that is. It's a strategy that Khan Academy talks quite a bit about. And what it means is that SQ is sort of a way to skim the passage and the questions and kind of figure out, have that mentality of how do I go get the easiest to get questions out of here while I'm reading, not to separate the reading from the questions and to do this first and then that, but sort of bring them together so that you're not wasting time. And in case you wondered what SQ3R means, this is the 3R means to read, recall, and review. And that's, we're not going to get into that too much, but it looks a little bit like the good old-fashioned, pardon, the good old-fashioned covering up the answers and trying to review, going back into the text to find the answer before you come on back here. But we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the 3 R's of the SQ3R method. All right, let's get into it. First things first, let's look at the title. Let's skim, let's look at the title and see what we have, okay? This passage is adapted from Sabrina Richards' Pleasant to the Touch. Okay, and it's called it's from The Scientist. All right, first of all, now I know. This is a science, an informational text. And so because I know that about genre, that an informational text, what's probably going to happen is that this first paragraph is going to be really key where they set out the thesis. And because I know that scientists, if it's a scientist working here, I do know that you're going to have a claim, which is a hypothesis, right? It's what scientists do, right? They come up with a claim, they test it, right? So they're probably going to come up with an idea for this this experiment. So let me take a look here. Experiments. Okay, let's see. Early 1990s textbooks acknowledged that humans had slow conducting nerves, but asserted that those nerves were only responded to 2 types of stimuli, pain and temperature. So this is the first sentence, so it really matters. Sensations of pressure and vibration were believed to travel along the myelinated fast signaling nerve fibers, which also give information about location. Okay, I'm going to stop here. So it looks to me, again, I'm remembering pleasant to the touch because they wouldn't have given me that unless it's really super important. So something about touch looks like it is about skin or the brain. Let me see if that's without microneurography. Okay, it's something about the brain. Let's take a look. Forearm body part, where you like in your arms where you feel touch. Okay, hairy skin, forearm, and thigh. Okay, it's about skin, pleasant to the touch. Okay, something about the way it feels good to have your, like your hands touched or something like that. Nerve. Okay, it looks like it's brain. Okay, so I'm thinking that because most science texts are going to be set up like the claim, and then they test it, and then they're probably going to discover what, this is what they discovered right around here. Okay, looks like it's nighting. Now, oh, yep, that's important. So we have the claim, right? And then I went over this as well. We're going to also have a shift, like if you see the word but, either suddenly and then in 1998, whatever that is, these are the things I know that I'm going to keep in mind as I'm reading the text. So just to bring it back, we're going to look for these types of questions. Remember that Easter egg idea that you're going to look for the ones that are most easily answered, most quickly answered, so that you can spend time, a few extra seconds on the ones that are not so easy, right? So let's see. Read the passage, blah, blah. Okay, oh gosh, this is a paired, all right? So I have to be careful. That's not going to be an easy one for sure. Active, mostly, nearly means, there it is. That's one. I like it that it's pretty quick, it's pretty short, so all I have to do now, go back and read. I haven't read this yet. 15, 16, 17, 18, and active is right here. I'm going to mark it right there, so as I'm reading it, I know to look for it. How about in line 24, capture means, most nearly means. I like it. This is great too. It's going to be a lot like that. It's definitely a words and context question. And it's in line 24, looking for capture. There's capture, and as I read, I'm going to watch out for that. And then, okay, that's pretty big. Okay, and this is another paired where I'll have to work these. This is not a words in context. It's a command of evidence, so not really as easily answered here as the other one. And sentence lines 34, 35, but mystifying. Okay, this is also words in context, but phrases in context. So I'm going to do that. Let's see what else we have on the back burner here. Can be reasonably inferred. Okay, we're talking about infer. Well, the only thing I could really get from that is I better watch in wherever 1999 is. Oh, there it is. I just found it right there. But I'm not going to do that because that's not, it's just going to take a little more work. The main purpose of the 6th paragraph. Okay, so I haven't read this, but I know that, let's see, 75, yeah. I know that whenever I get there, I'm definitely going to pay attention. Oh, that's right. I was doing the arrows to show pay attention here. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to do arrows. All right, not easy. According to the passage, GI delivered for most and other. Okay, I can already tell that's going to take more work. According to the passage, humans experience emotional aspect of touch when. This is about the actual claim. So I think these 4, I'm going to put them to the side as I get ready to attack just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these 3 right here. And here again, I was focusing in on words in context and using the SQ method. More to come in the next video.